Welcome back, everybody, to Discussion America. Last week we spoke about the wall, the border wall on our southern borders, and we talked about the government shutdown. It's too much of an important issue just to push it aside and go on to something else, considering the fact that the government's still shut down, and 800,000 government workers are without pay, even though they're still working, or they're furloughed. This really bothers me, and I'm for the wall, and I'm for the shutdown because it needs to get done, because we need to have the wall. But I really feel bad for the American workers that have to go through this here. I really feel bad because I don't know what I would go through if I needed to have my paycheck and I had to work and not get paid for it. And they're going to get their money. Eventually they're going to get their money. They're going to get their back pay. But still, to be in that situation where your rent is due, your mortgage is due, you need food on the table, I can't imagine what they're going through. But this needs to be done. And it's a shame that the Democrats are doing this here, because the numbers just don't drive. The numbers that I put out last week, they didn't change. Those are the numbers. The numbers don't lie. Okay? The numbers just don't lie. You have $116 billion a year go towards the education of the children of the illegal immigrants in this country. You have $18.5 billion a year goes towards medical. Because we do have laws in this country that protect people. All people. Whether you're a citizen or not. You get injured, you get sick, no matter who you are. You can walk into a hospital, urgent care, and they have to take care of you because there's something called the Patient Bill of Rights. Whether you have insurance or not, you need to get care. They have to care for you. Who do you think foots the bill for that? The American taxpayers. That's $18.5 billion on that. 7.5% of all births in this country are to illegal aliens, at a tune of $4 billion annually. $4 billion. Now you talk about incarcerated illegal aliens. 1.4 million, I forget the exact number, but $1.4 million you have to deal with. I think is 16 or 19,000 plus inmates in local, state, and private facilities a day. Where does that come from? The American taxpayers. And don't even get me started on the temporary Social Security numbers, that if the temporary worker from another country or that student decides to go AWOL and just disappear into the cracks, they use that number. They use that number to get either menial jobs, to stay under the radar, or to get welfare, food stamps, and Medicaid. We don't even know what that number is, because guess what? Nobody tracks those Social Security numbers. Nobody follows up on those Social Security numbers. So we have absolutely no idea the impact on when those Social Security numbers disappear into the cracks. So you add all those numbers up, and it's astronomical, and it's close to, if not more than, the $200 billion that Trump says that the government's spending, where the mainstream media is laughing at him and says, oh, those are fake numbers. By the way, the numbers that I just said, easily checked Department of Justice. You have other government websites. I got these numbers at easily check. Just do a search on the different subjects, and you'll come up with these numbers too. Those numbers verse 5.7 billion. The imbalance is ridiculous. So then why wouldn't they give him the 5.7 billion? Hatred. They hate the man. They absolutely hate the man. Has nothing to do with politics. Has nothing to do with what's right or what's wrong. They just hate the man, and they don't want anything that he does to be successful. And our wall will be successful. Illegal immigration to be down. Drug trafficking across our southern borders will be down. 90% of heroin that's in our country comes through the southern borders. It's a lot. You have the illegal trafficking of young children into the sex trade comes across that southern border. So a wall would be a very, very big success. They don't want that success to go to Trump. They just don't. And you know how I know that? I'm going to be putting a couple of links attached to the video, or to like the comment section, or the whatever the intro section is on this video here. And it's going to be of Chuck Schumer, number one, talking about the importance of strong border security, of a strong physical border wall, fence, whatever. More border patrol officers, stronger laws, and willing to spend $6.7 billion to get all of that done. But you know what? It wasn't during the Trump administration he made those speeches, because there were several speeches he made that I have this link will show. It was during the Obama administration. So, you know, a couple of years ago, if he was so gung-ho about border security, a border wall, a physical border wall, why isn't he so gung-ho about it now? Because they hate Trump. They want him to fail miserably in everything he does. So they're not going to give him an inch. Pelosi says she could give him $1. Are you joking me? What are you, you're a smart ass. He's looking to protect the country, and you're looking to give him $1. And you know what pisses me off more than anything else about these Democrats? It's not just Pelosi and Schumer. It's every Democrat, whether it's the Senate or it's the Congress, that gets up and goes on an interview with the mainstream media. They're another joke. Mainstream media that interviews these people, and they start talking about the wall, and they start talking about Trump, and they talk about the government closure and so forth and so on. And they start talking about, well, you know, they say that the wall is ineffective. And of course, this is what they say. Oh, they're trying to use antique solution to modern day problems. The wall is ineffective. The wall is not cost effective. A wall is just, they all talk it down, but I have yet, out of all the interviews that I've seen online, on TV, I have yet to see one of them come up with a solution. I have yet to see one of them say, oh, the wall is no good, the wall is ineffective, but you know what would be effective? This would be effective. This would work much better than a wall. That would work much better than a wall. If we did this, this would be more effective than a wall. Not one of them have anything to say that would be positive about anything other than a wall. You know, common sense will dictate to you this. If you have Border Patrol at one end of a sector that they're working, let's say they're working a 50-mile sector. You have 4 guys working a 50-mile sector, and they're 30 miles away from point A. Point A, an alarm comes up. They have a border crossing. They're 30 miles away. It takes an illegal immigrant 15 minutes to cross that border. They're 30 miles away. It takes them 30 minutes to get there. Guess what? They can't get there in time. The immigrants across the border. If there was a wall there, they're not getting across. You need physical barriers. Now, a smart thing would be if you put sensors in the walls to detect if anybody's digging, because they keep saying, oh, you'll put a wall up, they'll go under it, they'll go over it. No, they won't. No, they won't. Because if you can detect an earthquake 1,000 miles away, 2,000 miles away, why couldn't you detect somebody digging a hole 100 miles, 50 miles, 20 miles, 10 miles, 5 miles from that wall, even if it's 50 feet below? If you have a sensor, you're going to be able to detect somebody digging. They got sensors sensitive enough that they can detect that. Even if they were digging by hand, they could detect the vibrations. You couple that with cameras, night vision, you can secure that border really, really well. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. Now, yeah, I'd go one step further. I'd electrify a fence before the border wall. Yeah, try to get to the border wall. Fry them up a little bit. A little sizzle here, a little sizzle there. Oh yeah, geez, the animal rights people will have a party with that. They're more worried about a deer leaning up against it and frying itself than some coyote bringing over 20 young girls at 10, 15 years old and bringing them over for prostitution. You'd rather save that deer than save 20 girls. That's cool. But you know what? That's just what's going on here. So now tell me that doesn't piss you off. I want you guys to leave me comments. I want to understand where your head's at. Let me know what you're thinking. Tell me what you're thinking. Am I on the right track here? Am I off base here? Let me know what you're thinking. I'm curious to know what you, the American people, you, the people that are watching my videos, I want to know what you're thinking. Am I off base? Am I wrong? Am I wrong in my thinking? I want to know. I want to know how you feel. I'm really curious. You got numbers don't match. You got people that before Trump gung-ho about border security and putting a wall up. Now all of a sudden they don't want it because Trump wants it. Then I have ranchers that are in Texas that are on the border. Their property's on the border. They throw their hands up in the air. They go, we can't do anything about it. He goes, it's like party time. They cross at will. They cross at will. They come over at will. There is nothing to deter them. There is nothing to stop them. They just keep coming over. That's a rancher talking. That link is going to be on there too for that video. There's nothing to deter them. Just come and go. Like there is no border at all. We are not a country unless we have borders. Don't you guys understand that? Now I'm going to switch gears a little bit and talk about another subject that when I started thinking about this, it just like hit me like, oh my God, man. Can't believe these people. 2008, 2009, when we had the financial crisis, the American people bailed out banks, mortgage companies, the car companies, that if it wasn't for us, or pretty much if it wasn't for Obama bailing them out and giving them the money to stay afloat and to stay in business, they would have all went out of business. They would have lost their shirts. You know why? Because of their corporate greed. Because of their corporate greed, they would have went out of business. And they had the audacity to show up at the Senate hearings in their private jets with their hands out for money from the American people. Those very people. And Obama made a really, really big asinine mistake. He gave them our money, our tax dollars he gave them, without getting a guarantee that that money was going to get recirculated into our economy in loans and for business and for people personally to get out of debt with the mortgages and to refinance mortgages and to recirculate the money as far as helping the small businesses get back on their feet after this financial hit. He was supposed to do that. He was supposed to. He was supposed to make them guarantee that the money was going to get recirculated back into the American economy so that the economy could get back on track. He never did that. That's why it took so long for the economy to slowly creep into something resembling a recovery. All the banks did, all the mortgage company and the car companies did was just put it in their bank account to make their books level. That's all they did. The American people suffered for that. So now what you have is government workers that are working for no money until this is finished, and government workers that are on furlough, not being able to make their mortgage payments, not being able to make their car payments, not being able to make their loan payments. They might have taken a loan out to fix their house or whatever, or to put their kid through college or whatever they did. They're asking these very banks, mortgage companies and car companies that we bailed out to listen. Just be patient, hang out. As soon as we get the money, we'll start making our payments. We'll catch up and everything. And they're told, sorry, we can't do that. If your payment isn't made, we're going to have to report you to the credit companies. And if it goes on past a couple of months, we're going to have to either repossess your car, start foreclosure proceedings on your house, or you're going to have to claim bankruptcy. Do you believe the audacity of those bastards? The audacity of the people that we bailed out without tax dollars. Can't help these people. That makes every part of me just like cringe. That makes me that just fires me up. That it fires me up to the point that if any corporation ever gets into a situation where they're going to be in trouble if they don't get bailed out, that's the American way, buddy. You play with fire, you get burnt. You go. We should have let every single one of them companies fail. The 980 companies the American people bailed out. I have the numbers. I'm going to put up some charts in a little bit. It's insane. And I'm also going to put a link up there showing what companies got money. It was not just GM and Ford and Chrysler and JP Morgan and Citibank and stuff. There was 900, I believe it was 900 and, let me see, I think it was 998 companies got bailed out. Let me see if I got that here. And bear with me. I know I got it here because I wrote it down. I write down all my stuff. Okay. 980 companies got bailed out at a tune of $632 billion. $392 billion was returned. $338 billion we've seen, and $96.5 billion we didn't get back. And this link I'm putting up is going to have the companies that paid, the companies that didn't pay, that defaulted. So you're going to have links from Schumer and his strong desire for a strong border wall and strong immigration policies and laws. You're going to have a link up there for these ranches that live on the border, and it's just like a sieve with, illegals back and forth and drug dealers and all kinds of mess coming across. And you're going to have a link that's going to show you all the companies that benefited from the bailout and who paid, who didn't pay. You're going to have links for all of that, in the comments on the YouTube channel. And if this doesn't make you want to pull your hair out of your head of all this here, I don't know what will. I mean, we're talking about, because the Democrats hate Trump. That's all I could see. I don't have any other reason for this, because there isn't anybody telling me any other reason for this. There isn't a Democrat that's stepping to the plate and saying, we don't want the wall because of A, B, C, D. We want to do this. C, D, E, F, G. It's more effective. We would be happy to pay $5.7 billion for C, D, E, F, G, but not A, B, C, D. There's nobody saying that. When you hear them say, I want you to listen to this real closely. When you hear them say, Mr. President, open a government and then we can start the debate. What's to the debate? You either want safe and secure borders or you don't. If you tell me that a wall is ineffective, then you're an idiot. There's a reason why you have walls around a prison. There's a reason why you have a wall separating you from the outside in your house. There's a reason why all those rich people that say a wall is ineffective have walls around their homes, because it is effective. When they say they want to debate, what they're saying is, we like to hear ourselves talk, is what they're saying. We want to stall, Mr. President. We want to keep talking about border control until 2020. We don't want you to have a success, because that'll make you look good for 2020. We want you to look bad for 2020. That's why we're not giving you this. So maybe we'll have a chance at putting a Democrat president in there. And then we'll give him the border wall. Make him look good. That's what this is about, people. That's what this is about. I still don't know what they want. What are they debating? What's better than a wall? Give me a wall anytime. That's the best deterrent I could ever see. If I'm wrong, I want somebody out there that's listening to this tape. I want somebody out there telling me what is better than a wall. A fence, a 60-foot fence, 90-foot fence. What is better than a barrier, a solid barrier? I won't call it a wall. A solid barrier. What is better than a barrier? Tell me what it is. Technology-wise, anything-wise, what is better? I'd like to hear from you. I tried to get a Democrat to interview. I put it out there. I wanted to interview somebody that can maybe explain this to me, and I got no response whatsoever. I'm still waiting for some kind of response. Nobody can tell me what's better than a wall. More people? More people ain't going to do it. You're still going to have lapses in space. You're not going to have a border patrol agent every 50 feet. It's impossible. 24 hours a day. You're not going to have a border patrol agent every 50 feet, 24 hours a day. Not going to happen. A border wall is 24 hours a day. With sensors, with cameras and lights, that'll prevent a lot of stuff. I don't know what the resistance is other than they hate him. They want a Democratic president to have that glory of a wall. That's the only thing I can think of. But that's the inactivity of your government. That's all they do is talk. Talk. They don't do anything. And that's been like that for years. That's why I say, when you have a chance to vote, whether it's for your governor, for your mayor, for your president, for your congressman, don't vote just party. Don't. That's what gives them the power. Vote for who's going to do the better job. Don't just stand party. That's what gives them the power. That's why we're in this mess that we're in now. That's why you get, if one party's stronger than another, there's a party thing. We got to break that party thing. We got to break an American thing. Us as Americans, we got to stand strong as Americans, people. You know, that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to bring us together and think. I want you to think as an American. Don't think as me sitting up here as a Republican. I want you to think of me as a fellow American. I'm on your side. I'm on the side of, I want a safe, prosperous America. I want my grandkids to grow up free and prosperous. I don't want my grandkids to have to worry about wars, want to worry about education, want to worry about how they're going to live, where they're going to get money from. Right? And the only way that happens is if we all work together, not take sides. We take sides against other countries that want to hurt us. We shouldn't take sides against each other. It's something that we got to learn again, because we used to do that. This is like the first time in my life, I'm 62 years old, that it's been this bad. Other times it was like, okay, you won, all right, I'll win next time. Who cares? You know, if you don't like his politics, all right, you won, I lost. We'll just work harder the next time. It's gotten bad. It's gotten evil. Politics has gotten evil, man. I mean, really. I got people that know me. We weren't friends, but they were acquaintances that know I'm a good person. I believe I'm a good person. But once they found out that I voted for Trump, I became like a pariah. You know, people that we used to laugh and joke around, once that came, oh my God, I became like a pariah. They just, all of a sudden they hated me. They scowl at me as they pass me by. I'm the same person I was before I voted for Trump. I didn't change once he came into the picture. Same man. Same values. I love my family. I do my job. I try to live a decent life. Come on. That doesn't change anybody. You are who you are, who you are. Just because you like somebody else, it doesn't matter. I mean, I tell that to my friends all the time. I say, yeah, I didn't like, even though you voted for Obama, I didn't. So what? Who cares? It's a vote. Big deal. Do I agree with you? No, but hey, such is life. Am I going to cry? No. I voted for somebody else. So what? My guy lost, your guy won. Okay? Get you next time. Ha. Come on, people. This fighting stuff, We got to come together. All right. Bottom line is this: this government closure's got to stop, and the only way it's going to stop is either the Democrats got to open up their eyes and just give them the $5.7 billion, or he's going to do a national security thing, and he's going to do it himself. That's the wrong way to do it, but he's going to do it himself. It's got to get done. Okay, but the Democrats are wrong on this here. They are dead wrong on this here. The numbers don't jive. It can't cost the American people $200 billion a year and not want to give him $5.7 billion to get the wall to lower that number down. It doesn't jive. Be smart. Be smart, people. Think. Just think. Think and don't listen to me. Think and just do your own research. I'm just here to give you information. That's all I'm here for. I'm not here to make you a Republican. I don't care what you are. I'm here just to give you information. I want you to think as an intelligent person. I want you to think. Use your brain. Do your research. Don't listen to me. Just take the information and run with it. Do what you want with it. But just run with it. Okay? I hope things are better next week. I could talk about something else. I really do. Because I'm tired of talking about this here because it just pisses me off. Well, listen. God bless you all. God bless America. Until next week, I'm out of here, man. Take care. Bye-bye.